Spring game ended up pretty good. We ran 87 plays in the first half. I believe it was 85 plays in the first half. So we were pushing it a little bit there. But spring ended up really well. No injuries really to carry over into the summer, and we came out really strong from a fundamental standpoint. Got our team a lot better. You got 15 days of spring practice. You can get some things accomplished, but now the real work starts. The next 4 months, the off season, the summer, the strength training, just everything. The bonds that you build throughout the course of summer. That's where it all is made, and then you get into August. So we've got a good group of guys. We really have a good feeling about our players and our staff. So we're heading in the right direction. So I was very, very pleased. Every single day, other than maybe one day out of spring, our defense has really brought it. And I think that's something we had to have happen over the course of those 15 days, and they certainly did it. Anytime they have tackles for loss, they're doing something right. So you got to think that was pleasing. Some of those things were missed assignments by those offensive linemen over there that were trying to block them. But I saw some pressure, I saw some effort, and I saw multiple guys playing. It wasn't the same 3 or 4 guys out there. A lot of multiple guys playing, giving great effort. And I think that's the difference. I think you can be a really, really good defensive lineman if you play with outstanding effort. And I think that's the case for most every position. God, if you look at our defensive line play, our secondary play, creating turnovers, we weren't very good at creating turnovers a year ago. We weren't very good at pressuring the quarterback. I think we did a good job at that today. All in all, when you see pressure, you see tackles for losses, you see interceptions, then you've done something correctly. It's really good to come out here and you see individual performances, but the whole grand scheme of things, we may have had a third-team right tackle in there with a second-team left guard and a backup center and a third-team quarterback. So really, I love to see the competitive spirit of a football team. It's so easily days in these games, people can come out here and not take it very seriously and go through the motions. But you saw the hits, the blocking, the tackling. They came out here and competed, and that's really what excites me. That's what gets me fired up. Well, I think we're going to have a really productive offense. I really do. I think Dan has the capability with the receiving core, and we've got good backs, and our line's developing well. To come out and see an explosive offense, to really do something, put some numbers up that they probably haven't seen in Georgia State history. Each year we're kind of doing that. But coming out and seeing a defense that really wants to make a statement, that really wants to, hey, let's get that 2018 season back and shove it and bury it, and let's show people we can play defense around here, because that's what you got to do. I don't care who you are, what coach you are, what field you are. You better bring a defense to play, or it's going to be a long day, and you saw that a year ago. A lot of long days for us. If we'd have had a couple 3-and-outs and a pick here or there, we'd have probably been talking, 6-7 win season. But it was not the case. It was not the case. So that's what I'm really. You talk about Panther Nation. I think we made a conscious effort to go get good quality coaches. We had good quality coaches here. Don't get me wrong, but the guys that we brought in have really stepped it up a notch. You take a guy like Brad Lowe, he's been coaching for over 40 years. He just coached. I've seen him coach. I went up against him every single day, so I know what he does for our defensive line. We're just happy to have those guys here. Well, Brad Glenn and I worked together a lot of years at App State and real successful, and he and I really see eye to eye on a lot of things. We've got a lot of answers, and when I say a lot of answers, there are a lot of easy answers. So we survey the field, we have 3 or 4 answers on one play, and we take the easiest one. So I think it's the ability to get the ball in space, get the ball in the playmaker's hands, but also have a real good running plan to kind of get it up in there and juice it up with the backs that we got. But great, knowledgeable guy, fun to coach with, and proud he's here. Every time I turn around, something new is being developed, something new is growing, and to see now the ultimate plan for our campus downtown and the green space, and just I can't picture anybody not wanting to be at a place that's growing and building and investing in their students, their student athletes, their coaches, and their employees the way Georgia State University is.